Biogas is a byproduct of a landfill. Since landfills are anaerobic biological reactors, they produce methane and CO2. Many substrates, organic matter, can be degraded anaerobically and can produce biogas. These are food waste, animal waste, such as manure, and also agricultural waste. All this degradation will have as a final product biogas, which is composed of methane and CO2, and a digestate. This digestate can be used as fertilizer when it's stabilized. The biogas that is produced can be converted to electricity or can be used for heat to produce heat. When biogas is non-captured, it can create many problems on landfills. So one of them is that it can create explosions and, and fires. Because biogas is a fuel, of course. It can create health concerns for site workers due to the production of the biogas. It can generate odors. It can displace oxygen in soils, and therefore it can kill plants around the area. And also, the biogas is a greenhouse gas. It has both methane and CO2, so it is an important contributor of greenhouse gas emissions when the biogas is not captured. When we capture this biogas, as we explained before, we can generate energy or electricity. We can generate fertilizer, and we will contribute to the reduction of the greenhouse gas emissions and also to the reduction of the solids. Biogas is the degradation of the organic matter, and this degradation is carried out by different types of microorganisms, and these microorganisms work together in different stages and also for different type of compounds, organic compounds. So they solubilize the organic matter, and then the final product will be methane and CO2, but also water and residual organic matter. This residual organic matter will contain the organic matter that is difficult to degrade. So, as I said to you before, this degradation process occurs through the action of several types of microorganisms. These microorganisms can be grouped on these 4 stages of the anaerobic digestion process. The hydrolysis process is a process where the complex organic matter will be degraded to soluble organic compounds such as sugar, amino acids, and fatty acids. The following process is called acidogenesis. In this process, this soluble organic matter will be converted to alcohols, CO2, and volatile fatty acids. Then we will have the acetogenesis process, where everything from this stage will be converted to acetic acid, mainly acetic acid, CO2, and hydrogen. Hydrogen and acetic acid are the compounds that methanogens, the microorganisms responsible for the production of methane, can utilize. That's a substrate that they can utilize. We can have other byproducts that can also other transformations. For instance, we can generate sulfuric acid that is generated if the organic matter contains sulfur compounds, and if we have also compounds that contain nitrogen, we also generate ammonia. And this can also is important to consider this, because this can decrease the quality of the biogas, and it might need to be upgraded when it's aimed to be utilized. These are the stages in the decomposition of organic matter in landfills. So this is the figure that shows how the gases are depleted or produced during the anaerobic degradation process. So at first, any oxygen that is present in the organic matter or that is being in contact with the organic matter will be completely depleted. Then in stage 2, we will achieve complete anaerobic conditions. During these conditions, the ammonia that is present will be depleted, and then CO2 gas will start forming. Then in this stage, we will also have the formation of hydrogen, and then on the third stage is characterized for the production of methane. Then both methane and CO2 will be the final products of the stage 4, and then they will reach steady state conditions of constant percentage in volume. This is the biogas production chain. So if we have the organic wastes, we may need to have some waste preparation depending on the type of digester that we are using, if it's not directly on site, on landfill. This is a diagram that can be a good explanation when separation of the waste prior to landfill disposal occurs, and sometimes in some communities they can have their own digester on site, and then they will have the separation of the organic waste that can be subjected to anaerobic digestion separated from the rest of the waste that is being sent to landfill. So then we have waste preparation, which means checking whether it meets the moisture content or the conditions for the digestion. And then we have as products, we have the biogas, which should be rich in methane, that can be used to generate heat or electricity. And we also have the digestate that can be used as fertilizer.